What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today begins the Gauntlet series for the Noble Falcon ANCs. Today I have about five earbuds lined up for them. First one's up will be the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros. I I did do an unboxing video for the Falcon ANCs. If you want to take a look at that, you want to go ahead and hit the link up here. That'll take you to that video, and then come on back, and then you can and join us here so you can follow through and see how these guys stack up against the five that I have here for them to go head to head with. Okay, so stay strapped in because here we go. All right, we're back in. We've got the Noble Falcon ANCs going up against the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros. First of all, let's go ahead and talk price. The Falcon ANCs, they come in at 189. You can get these on Noble's website as well as audio46.com. With the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros, they originally were $169.99. Now I believe they're $129.99, both on Amazon and on Soundcore's website. Price might have changed on them, but I think that's where they're at right now. Last time I checked, rather. Okay, and for that being said, let's go ahead and let's take a look at each of these guys. First, we want to look at the cases. As you can tell, the Falcon ANC case is much taller, a more bulkier, less pocket friendly case. I do like the blue accent over around the black. Like I said, it's a very deep. Look how thick that is. That's a very thick, very tall case. This is definitely not pocketable by any means. It's something that you would just go ahead and throw in a bag and keep it moving on that. All right. Still, I like although they got the matte black finish on the sides and the bottom, you can still get some kind of fingerprints. I believe looks like you can get some fingerprints on that blue, even though I do love that blue coloring there. Of course, you got the Noble logo, Falcon ANC logo on top, of course. Okay, in the front here, you got your 4 LEDs. Show you how much battery strength the case has. And of course, it's charged by your USB-C port on the back. Like I said, just a very big case compared to the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pro case, which is a nice slimmer case, wider. It's a little wider, as you can see, not by much, but still up there. But this is so thin, it makes it more pocketable. One of my more pocketable cases in my collection. I do love the matte black, so you ain't got to worry about fingerprints here. You've got you got the embroidered Soundcore logo on the top, which has that gloss look, so that gives you that good contrast along with the rim here. So it's actually the rim all the way around. Get that gloss rim with that matte black combo. It's a very elegant look there. All right, and of course, if you got your let's see if we can get them to activate. All right, we got the 3 LED lights here. You got your USB-C port in the back along with your pairing button. And let me go back to the ANCs and we can see if we can get the case. Huh? I don't know. There it is. All right, so you see the 4 LEDs. That was a brief showing. And of course, their pairing button or reset button is on the inside. And both, like I said, they're both classy. Almost, I wouldn't. They don't have a plasticky feel to them. I think they're both very nice cases. It's just that this one, no, you wouldn't throw that in a pocket. You wouldn't throw that in a bag. This one you can definitely slip into a jean pocket and be able to carry this around with no problem. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at earbuds. Let's see. We'll grab one out of here. Grab one out of here, and as you can see, they both have almost similar builds. if you will. The Falcon ANC, just I think they just went off a try to go with the pencil or not the pen. I don't want to say pencil style. Uh, but I guess there's no other. I guess you can call it a pencil style earbud. I'm not sure um, how they would rank it, but I will gonna call it a pencil style earbud. Mainly because of the way it protrudes out this way. More, it's just a shortened version variation of it. I love the way they got the curves, the actual cuts in it, angular cuts. You got you can tell the difference. You got the gloss on top, where on the sides it's matte, so they really thought of detailing there. The blue here is the touch controls. You got your indicator here, and I guess that will be a speaker uh, or a mic for noise canceling. And of course, you got your boom mic here in the front. If you take a look on the back side, you got 4 pins for charging. You got your wear detection sensor there. I got something on there. And then of course your ear tip, and of course you got a mic back here in the back. Of course, that's one of the ones for noise canceling. And I have I put I replaced it. I put a fin on it. When it first came out of the box, they did not have one on there, but I put one on for a better fit, and I also changed the ear tips. But like I said, it's a very I would say elegant looking earbud. Like I said, I love the sharp angles on it. Um, and of course, you got the touchpad, so it's very nice in that fashion. As we take a look at the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros. Um, I guess you just call these because they don't protrude out the the Falcon ANCs. I guess you just call these in-ear earbuds. They got the gloss finish with the Soundcore label on it, and then of course you got the gloss trim, silver trim, reminiscent of the case. Actually, the shape reminds me of the case. If you take a look at that, it kind of reminds you of the case there. Um, okay, so then of course, like I said, very bulky. They're both a bulky type earbud almost. Um, but we'll come back to that. As you can see, we do a look around. You got the 3 pins here for charging. You got your noise canceling mic here on the front. And then of course, if you swing around, you got various mics all around it. So you're pretty much they of course, you got your wear sensor back here. There's a mic here for noise canceling. And of course, they really took in notice to detail, pay attention to detail on this one. A lot of things with this earbud I really like. I do get a good fit on it and everything. Once I changed out the ear tip and the wing, notice I did go with the silicone ear tips the for this guys. And then we have that, and then with these guys are with the silicone with the comfort foam, the comply foam type tips, mainly because they didn't have it for these, but this is the largest one in their bag, in their accessories, so I went with that. Um, like I said, sort of the same, but yet sort of different. And when you take a look at them, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and one of the pop these in. I'm gonna take a picture, and we're gonna show you exactly how they fit. Taken, and first up is the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros. As you can see, uh, they do sit in quite securely with the fin covers into the ear well right there. They do protrude out just a tad bit, but as you can see, there's a very comfortable fit there. They both of them do feel light in the ear, by the way, but I just wanted to show that to you there. Okay, and as you can tell, like I said, it fits in the ear well perfectly, but does not protrude out towards the mouth um, like uh, like the other ones. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead. Whoops. All right. You know what? I don't like that picture of the Falcons, so I'm gonna take another one. Bear with me just a second. Quality is important. All right, let's take a look and see. All right, that's a better one. Okay. As you can see, the earbud. Actually, I don't like that one either. So let me go ahead and do it again. uh, all right, that's a better representation. Okay, here we go. All right, as you can see, it does sit in the ear. You can tell where the fin is in the back, how it cups the ear well, and of course, you've got the semi-stem uh, pointing towards the mouth. So I guess you could guess you can class this as a pencil stout earbud. I guess because you have that shortened boom arm there. But as you can see, very I just love the angles. It looks the angles on it, how sharp the angles are. I just love it. Then you got the gloss on top with the mat around it. Well thought out by the guys over there at Noble. Um, but as you can see, getting off that rant, how it points forward, it's still secure in the ear. The ear tip is the comply foam, got a good seal. The ear wing controls great hold and security. So that's what that looks like there. Just a fantastic feel to both of these. All right. So, well, moving on, we're going to go ahead and talk specs on both of these. They both are rocking Bluetooth 5.2. They both support SBC AAC, but the Falcon ANC support aptX adaptive, low latency, aptX voice, and also Snapdragon sound. Um, I'm thinking that's more for phone calls, voice, and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I got to dive a little bit deeper in to do a little bit more research on Snapdragon sound. But this is, I think, one of the only earbuds I've seen that support that codec. So I'll do some more deep dive in that and come back to you guys later with some information on that. Now, as far as the excuse me, I lost my words. The Liberty 3 Pro, they all AAC and SBC, they both support that, like I said, but they also support LDAC, which is like a Sony's proprietary codec used for high res audio. So they do have that feature on them. Very good. Both of them have ANC. Uh, the Falcon ANCs, obviously with the name, has a hybrid noise canceling feature where the ANC for the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros is built into their Hair ID software. So we'll go through that when we take a walk through the apps. Okay, of course, as far as battery life, with the Falcon ANCs, they tell you can get about 5 hours of battery life on the earbuds. With the case, you can get up to 30 hours of recharge. What you get up to 30 hours charging with the case. Now that's like I said, the 5 hours and the 30-hour number is contingent on if you have ANC on or ANC off. Your volume level, things of that nature also come into play when you're talking about that type of stuff. Okay, and then of course you've got with the excuse me, with the Liberty 3 Pros, you can get up to 8 hours of playback, and you get up to 32 hours with the case. Again, ANC and volume played a definite role with these earbuds. So as far as their battery life, so you want to take that into consideration as well. Fast charging. Um, the Falcon ANCs, I have not seen anything where they said they support fast charging. Uh, I put them in, I let them charge. Sometimes I walk away from them. So I haven't been able to properly test that if it does support it, but there's no documentation out there that I have found where they say they support fast charging. I even looked on Noble's website. However, they do have fast charging for the Liberty 3 Pros. 15 minutes will get you up to 3 hours of playback time. Both support wire. Both cases are wireless chargeable. And as far as water resistance, they are both IP rated at IPX4, and they also both support multi-point pairing and connecting. So you can use both of these uh, with multiple devices, which is excellent. I like that. It seems like that's going to be the standard moving forward. With earbuds is where multi-point will be a must, as well as independent usage. You can both use both of these in sets of earbuds independently, so you don't have to have them both in order to function out or be like a master slave situation like Bose. Yes, like Bose Quiet Comforts. All right, that quiet. Okay, so I digress on that. That little quiet moment shows the seriousness of that. Okay, so with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get each of these guys paired up, and we're going to take a walk through their apps. So stay strapped in. As you can see, we've got the Noble Falcon ANCs already paired up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and dive into their app. Okay, if you're looking for it, they have the Noble Falcon ANC app, because there are different variants of the Noble apps out there. So if you have these guys, you want to make sure you grab the correct app for it. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, got the welcome. Now it's going to sync up. Found my app, my buds rather. Let's go ahead and get them connected. All right, and here we go. Very nice and detailed app. As you can see, you've got the picture of the case and the earbuds. You're only getting the battery levels of both the left and right earbud. However, it says the mic is on for the left, but not the right. Let me go ahead and make sure that we are good on both of these. Just want to make sure. It seems like it's not picking up the right earbud. So bear with me a second. I just want to make sure we are working at 100% here. Okay, looks like we are. All right, so of course you've got the left and right earbud with their mic with their battery levels, and if you move down a little further, you've got your hear through option. You can turn it off and on or off. You can set it for play pause. Uh, if you wanted to set up there, so basically, if you pause the music and allow audio or your surroundings to come through, and then you have levels, which I like. You got high, medium, and low, depending on how loud you want the hear through audio to be, or how much of it you want to come through. And of course, like I said, you could turn that off and on. Then of course, right below it, you got noise canceling. You could turn that on, but once you turn that on, obviously hear through go turns off, so that they negate each other. And of course, you also have high, medium, and low for noise canceling. Then of course, you have your gain control. You can go all the way up to 0 decibels, as far as down as 12. And I don't know I think the max is 12 as well. I don't know. A zero or negative 12. I thought you couldn't go any higher. All right. So then, of course, now you got your EQ settings. You turn on the EQ or turn it back off. So let's go ahead and dive into the EQ. Now, these are my personal settings for the EQ on these guys. The I have this down lower because, man, they get very high as far as the your mids and your vocals. So I tend to do like the V shape, but these guys I had to do it this way, but doing these specific earbuds here. Um, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and reset this back to 0. So that way, when we do the test for natural sound, we won't, the EQ will not be in play there. Actually, you know what? We're going to, yeah, we'll just turn off the EQ. No, we won't. We'll just leave it like that. All right. So of course you got your EQ presets. You got up to 3 that you can set and create. Okay. And then so basically you can switch through them. Then of course you have your gaming mode slash regular mode. Right now you can have low latency, or you can select multi-point, which I think is very, very uh, a nice, very nice option to have, because right now I have it set for multi-point because I really don't game using my earbuds. Um, but for those gamers, you do have that option, so that's something to think about. But right, as I said, right now I have it set for multi-point. Then you got your infrared sensor, which is your in-ear detection sensor. You can turn that off and on. So basically, if you take the earbuds out, they pause, put them back in, it resumes your audio, stuff like that. You got to make sure that sensor is free of debris and everything like that, of course. Okay, and then of course you got your function, your touchpad functions assignments. Okay, and then you of course you got your left and right. Of course you got is play pause by default. Now these the left and right, the single touch, uh, are all default settings. You cannot change those, and you cannot change uh, the press and holds, but you do got double touch, and double tap and triple tap. You can go ahead and change those functions. As you can see, I have my double tap at volume up and volume down, volume down, volume up, and then triple tap at previous and the next song. So you can go ahead, if you tap on it, you got some options there you can select from. But the default ones are your single touch and your press and hold functions. Okay, so that's there. All right. So now, and the funny thing about this app is, like, let's go back. This is the front app. This is this is basically the thing about this is you can do all this here. Like if you tap on that, it will take you to that section. All right. If we back up, say for instance, you want to talk about infrared, it will take you up here where infrared is. So there's more than one way to get into these options, but like you said, like I said, these all options are available right here on the main page. Only one you would really want to get into and tinker with is the EQ. See, let me go ahead. I'm gonna reset this and save it as setting 2. So setting 1 is this, setting 2 is that. All right, so we're on setting 2. All right, so that way they're not messing. I'm not cheating anybody. All right, so this is basically it. Actually, no, there isn't. I lied. If you look down here, you got your gear button. This is your home screen. That's where we're at now. But you got your gear. Go and tap on that. Now, this is the same as this. Believe it or not, it's a lot of There's some redundancy here. See, like you got your hear through. If you tap on that, it'll take you to the hear through section. If you tap on hear through volume, you're back here still, high, medium, low. And then, of course, you got your play pause, still in the hear through section. All right. And then, of course, you got noise canceling. You're just moving down that list that we just walked through. This is just another way to get there. They did put a lot, like I said, it's a lot of redundancy because you got it here, you got it here, and you got it here. So there's a lot that you can get through. A lot of ways to get to the same spot. So all these are set. We already walked through these. So if you go here to the bottom here where it has like the exclamation point in the box, that takes you out to their website. As you can see, there's a lot of Japanese writing. You may have to, let's see. I don't know if they have like a US version or anything like that, but If you hit Falcon ANC, it's just all Japanese from here out. It says so. Oops. All right. So I'll go back in. All right. Connect. There's one thing I don't like about this. Like if you accidentally close it, you have to come back in and go through the whole process again. All right, but basically that is the walkthrough of the Noble Falcon ANC app. It is a very detailed app. Um, it has just about everything. You can configure just about everything with it. However, there is way more than one way to get to wherever you need to get to within this app. So I like that. Personally, and of course, when you hit customize down here, I forgot to mention, it will take you into where you can customize uh, the your roles here, or you can customize like you can switch them around if you want to take something away or add something there. All right, so that is that for that app. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and swap them out. We're going to pair up the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros, and then we're going to dive into their app. So go ahead, stay locked in. All right, we're back in, and as you can see, well, you've got the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros all synced up. So let's go ahead and dive into the app. Oops, I passed it. There we go. All right, we connected. Let's go in. All right, they do have the black theme, which I like. You got the picture of the earbuds here, the name up top. You also got the, let me get a little closer. Maybe we can get that in focus for you. Let's see. All right. Well, you got the battery strength of the left right earbud as well as the case. All right, and moving down below, you've got your ambient sound modes. You got noise canceling, normal, and transparency mode. So if you go into noise canceling, you tap on it again, you can go in and do your Hear ID test if you haven't already done it. I have already been through these steps. So basically, what it does, just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Uh, Basically, what it does is it gives you put both earbuds in, and you go through a hearing test, and then it basically sets up your hearing profile as far as as far as debate, your lows, mids, and highs, and they compile blah 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 compile a sound stage for you, and that's what you would use with ANC turned on. All right, so if you got, like I said, then you have normal, and then you have transparency mode. Then you can either set it for full transparency, which means all ambient sound, or you can just go ahead and select uh, vocal mode, which will basically focus on voice. Someone's talking to you, or if you're talking, actually, when someone's talking to you, it'll focus on that. Okay, so you move down further. Of course, you got your Hear ID test. Then you got your let's say you can go ahead and tap on this. Then you can do a hear excuse me, a Hear ID sound test and a Hear ID ANC test. Basically, all right, we discussed let me go in there. We discussed the Hear ID test. This is another way into that function. Sound I let me see. This is the ANC test. You can go ahead and put your earbuds in, then run the, and then do the canal test, and it will set up your ANC to what best suits you. All right, if you move down further, you got your sound modes. Go ahead and tap on that. If you have a device that supports the LDAC codec, like if your cell phone or tablet has that, and you can go ahead and select that, you can use the LDAC and take advantage of that audio quality. However, ANC will not work with it. To my opinion, on this device, on these with these earbuds, either you have ANC or you're using LDAC. Unfortunately, my phone does not have LDAC support in it, So we go ahead with the combined audio and connection quality. So for a better connection and still have good sound. All right. So then, of course, you can go down into, let me see, you got controls here. Basically, you can set up any of them however you want. You got single tap. You tap, you can go ahead down there. You can have for the left and right, or you can turn them off completely. Like, say, if you don't want that to work for any of them, you can turn off the touch pads on them all together. But you can see you can do single tap, you can do double tap, uh, tap and hold for 2 seconds, and then you also got triple tap. You can um, make changes however you like. They're fully customizable, which I like. And then, of course, you can go into more settings here. And then you do have, your serial number here. You can go into wear detection, turn that on. I leave that on. I strongly suggest that you do, because that will basically sets it so when you take the earbuds out your ear, you will hear, actually your audio will pause, put it back in, your audio will resume. You have your device connection thing. This is where you can set for dual device control or connection, where the multi-point, in other words, multi-point connection. All right. You can set that up. Right now, I only have it set for my phone, but of course, I have 2 other devices that I can set it up for. So basically, I can use them in between 2. You always want to turn that on, then you can connect a new device for the multi-point pairing. Uh, Say, for instance, you get another tablet or something, you want to have this set up for that. You can go ahead and connect new device and have it paired up for that to be able to use that feature as well. Then, of course, you got your tone prompts. You can either do wear alert and touch tone. I have them both turned on. And then, of course, you got your fitness test. You put the earbuds in position, and then you hit the go ahead and hit the button here to start the test, and it'll tell you if you have a great seal, a good, if the seal is good, or if you need to change the ear tips or anything of that nature. That way um, you'll always have the best seal, which helps for audio as well as ANC. But um, in this section here, they're referring it for your audio. So that's a good test to have if you're not sure you're getting a good seal or not. All right, and then of course you got your auto power off here. I have mine set for 30 minutes. You do have other options from 30, 60, 90, 120 minutes. And then, of course, you got to never power off. I have mine for 30 minutes, so that way that helps with battery life. And, of course, you got your firmware update page. We're up to date here. You got your quick start guide, which will take you out to the website where you can access their quick start guide on how to use the app, and how to set up your earbuds, with your how to replace the tips, replace the wings, so on and so forth. A very detailed explanation here. And one other thing I wanted to show you guys is sound effects. You tap on this. Now you can go into different types of presets. All right, you got the Hear ID sound, because I don't have one set up, so it doesn't do that. So I was not picking that one right now. Then you have 3D sound, 3D surround sound, but you can use this. But if you're using LDAC, this will not work. So you'll have to go into settings, switch off of LDAC, and then you can use 3D surround sound. Then of course you got the default hip hop. Then of course you got professional. And if you go into professional, then you have a list of all different types of music producers and their signature sounds that you can go ahead and take and utilize. Of course, you got hip hop. You click on that, and then you got your different variations of preset sound stages, rather, that you want to listen to, and they have a lot of them. It is just a very large selection there. Then, of course, you can always go into custom, and then you can go ahead and work this. So I guess what 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8. All right, so you got a very in tuned equalizer if you want to utilize this. Let's go ahead with mine. This is my preferred uh, EQ setting for for these guys. I was just playing around here, but this is my EQ setting for them. Um, I might adjust this a little bit just to make that even. And then, of course, you can go ahead and hit that gear, and then you can either edit, like change the name, or delete them altogether. We don't go back into test here, but just in case you want to pause it and take a look, that's my EQ setting for these guys. All right, so there you have it there. So what we're going to do next is actually, you know what? There's more controls here. Let's go down here. Did we hit cover? Yes, we did cover more settings. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. All right, so we go. What we're going to do is, excuse me. We are going to next. We're going to go ahead and do a microphone test with each earbud, and then we're going to roll into the sound test where we'll test the sound, their natural sound. Let's put it that way. No EQ settings or anything like that, and see how these guys compare to each other. All right, so stay strapped in. Back in. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and provide you. Well, I'm going to go ahead and provide you with a mic test for both earbuds in a semi-quiet location as well as in a place with heavy crowd noise, just so you can see for yourself how the mic sounds. Okay, so stay strapped in because here we go. This is a mic test with the Liberty 3 Pros in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Liberty 3 Pros in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Liberty 3 Pros in a crowded location. This is a mic test with Liberty 3 Pros in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Noble Falcon ANC in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Noble Falcon ANC in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Noble Falcon ANC in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Noble Falcon ANC in a crowded location. All right, we're back in. As you can see, we're going to go ahead with the sound test. And first up, we're going to have the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros. We got them paired up. So let's go ahead and get these guys in. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys in. And we're going to go ahead and jump into some music here. I keep doing that. All right, here we go. Get so excited for the music part of this. I kind of mess up what I'm doing here. All right, so what we want to do is, we worry about jumping them right now. We're gonna go into. Let's go. Well, you know what? We're gonna do Lenny Kravitz. Let's go ahead and jump into Lenny. We're gonna make sure we're at 100%, obviously, and let's go ahead and while we're here, before we dive in, let's double check and make sure that we are still in our test phase here. We're not, or test settings. Sound effects says test. Customize test. There we are. We are in test, so the EQ is not effective here. So what we're doing is we're going in with natural sound. All right. So let's back it up. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay. And we are at max volume, just to verify again. Okay. You got decent sound. Okay. You got bass is good. I would call it balanced or slightly less than balanced with the bass. Excuse me. Okay. The vocals could be a much cleaner, much clearer, much crisper, more crisper rather. The separation is there, but that could be better too. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. I may, like I said, it could be much clearer or crisper vocals, and sound separation could be better. Um, and it's almost balanced. The bass is there, but it may be like a tick back behind uh the mids and the vocals, but still a good sound. A good sound. Like I said, we're doing natural sound, no EQ settings at all involved in this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead back. Whoops, let me back out of there. We're gonna get out of here, and then we're gonna go into uh let's see, let's do what? Let's do some DMX. Let's see. What do we want? We want Rough Riders Anthem. Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to do DMX. No distro to DMX. That's my man's. RIP to DMX. But we're gonna go ahead and do Run's House with that 808 drop. I just love it. I want to see how these guys take it on. All right, we're at 100%. Here we go. Okay. Yep. Great bass. Again, vocals could be sharper, clean, crisper. Sound separation could be better, but that bass you can feel it. Yeah, definitely can feel it. Very nice. Oh man. Okay. Bass heavy. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. A bass heavy song, and the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros uh worked like a champ with it. Just sounded very good. Um Again, vocals could have been much cleaner, much crisper. Sound separation could have been much better. Um, but they definitely uh, can handle the bass, and they handled it very well. All right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to save my overall opinions for my final thoughts. So if I sound a little short, that's apologies there. Um, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get these swapped out. We're going to put the Noble ANCs in, and we're going to go ahead and give them a run. All right. So stay strapped in. All right. We're back in. We got the Noble ANCs already paired up. And just like we did before, we're going to jump into their app just to make sure that everybody is playing fair. We are going to uh, go ahead and make sure that there is no ANC help. Everything's a natural sound coming from the earbuds. All right, let's go down to EQ, and we're going to turn it off altogether. As you can see, nothing there. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in to our music. First up is Lenny Kravitz. Again, we are at max volume. Here we go. Okay, already much louder than the Liberty 3 Pros. Okay. The sound separation is tremendous. Vocals are much louder, more clearer. These guys are really impressive. Okay, I can't wait to talk to these in my final thoughts. These these ANC Falcon ANCs, these guys are impressive. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. We're gonna go back in. We're gonna jump into Run's house. All right, let's go ahead and go. Here we go. Again, much louder than the Liberty 3 Pros. It does handle the bass, but not as well as the Liberty 3 Pros. Still sounds good though. Okay. The vocals are so clear. It's okay. All right, these guys are surprisingly good. Surprisingly good for me anyway. For those who have dealt with the Noble brand, yeah, these guys are definitely something to set to reckon with. All right, so they're more clear. They did get a little louder, much louder rather than the Liberty. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this cleaned up, and I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts, and then we're going to discuss these guys. Okay, so stay strapped in. All right, we are back in. My final thoughts on the Falcon, the Noble Falcon, excuse me, ANCs and the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros. My thoughts on them with natural sound, no AC, no excuse me, no EQ uh influence. The Falcon ANCs do get louder, have a louder top volume than the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros. The vocals for the Falcon ANCs are much clearer. You can definitely tell the difference from the vocals. Um, and of course, the sound separation is much better than the Liberty 3 Pros. It's good on the Liberty 3 Pros, but these guys are, uh, I would say, maybe a level and a half above them. All right, these guys, their sound separation is rivaling your B&Os and your Sennheisers, in my opinion. The sound separation of these guys is really good. Like for example, the Lenny Kravitz song, you felt like you were in front of a stage. You had I had when I was listening to it. All right, you know, you had your vocals, but then you had the sound separation where you had your guitar over this way, you had your keyboard this way, or your drum this way. You had they were it felt like they were in different areas of the room from where you were standing. So it was really nice. It was real space spread out. It sounded really good on top of the clear vocals. Um, with the Liberty 3 Pros, the sound separation it needed some adjustment. Where the EQ would have took care of that for sure. Um, but it handled the bass from Run's house much better than the Falcon ANCs. They did handle it, and you heard it, but here with the Liberty 3 Pros, you felt it. It was like it was just you know I like, I'm a bass head. I like to hear that. Give it to me, like, and that's exactly what the Liberty 3 Pros did. Like I said, with the Falcon ANCs, you did hear it, and it was present in the song, but it didn't give you that. It didn't give you that. Like every time you heard it, you was like, with the Liberty 3 Pros. Every time I heard it, I was like, with the ANCs, with the Falcon ANCs rather, I wasn't like that. But that's okay. But it was there. Um, it just didn't hit as hard as on the Liberty 3 Pros. Outside of that, um, I think they're on even footing. No, actually, you know what? No, I will give a slight nod to the ANC on the Liberty 3 Pros over the Falcon ANCs. Although they're both okay, they're both good. The Falcon ANCs are more of a okay than a good. I would give the Liberty 3 Pros good on ANC. I'll give the Falcon ANCs okay on ANC. Um, like I said, as far as vocals, and it, uh, they get the nod. The Falcon ANCs get the nod on vocals and sound separation. The Liberty 3 Pros get the nod on bass. Um, and as far as overall volume, Falcon ANCs wins that one as well. So, um, again, this is with natural sound, with no ANC, no EQ settings, um, to play a part in this. I would. Hmm, both of them have all the features that I want. Multi-point pairing. I can use them independently. I get good enough hours of usage on them for my workday, and I get better sound from the Falcon ANCs overall than I do from the Liberty 3 Pros, but I get better bass from the Liberty 3 Pros than I do with the Falcon ANCs. But both of those guys can be corrected with their respective apps, EQs in their apps. So this is I'm going to have to go with the Falcon ANCs with the better sound, better overall sound, better overall volume. I would definitely have to go with the Noble Falcon ANCs, and a surprise because I wasn't expecting that from these guys. I mean, I knew they had good sound, but comparing them to another set of one of my favorites, um, it definitely came out on top in this one. So, uh, this was a good one. And with that being said, uh, that's it for this one. And once again, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out and checking out your boy. And if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button uh, in the description there. And if you want to subscribe, and or basically if you want to stay in and see how these guys match up against my other favorites, feel free to hit the subscribe button and then hit the notification bell so that way you're notified when those videos drop. I've got a couple other new stuff a couple other sets of earbuds that just came in. I'll be doing unboxing videos for them, and then of course I'll be doing some head-to-heads with those as well. I got. I'm also, if you also want to follow me, I'm up on Twitter at Ron on Tech. Go ahead and go out there and follow me there. That way, you can stay. Another way to stay up to date on what's coming up down the pipe. And I'm also on Instagram at Ron on Tech there also. So feel free to follow me there. Again, I thank you guys for stopping in and seeing what your boys up to. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace.